Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan and thanks for joining us for our Thursday update for April the 6th as we head into the long weekend for Easter. And at this time of the year we get lots of highs and lots of lows all in the mix. On today's animated wind map you can see them: high pressure out to the east, low pressure to the north, a big storm down there near Antarctica, and then further out to the west another high, although this is quite a weak one, another low pressure zone, it's also fairly weak, and then behind that quite a powerful high pressure zone out over the Indian Ocean / Southern Ocean. And this one's quite a strong one, but it is a long way south for this time of the year. So that's likely to come in sort of southern areas next week, and that could continue the drier than average weather that the South Island is certainly experiencing at the moment, or parts of the South Island. So let's have a look at the rainfall that is coming in. Not a lot for the South Island. The North Island's where the heaviest falls will be, along the eastern side of the north and up here around the Bay of Islands, Great Barrier Island and some parts of Coromandel Peninsula. The low is offshore for the most part, but it's brushing these areas. So Auckland, Waikato, Bay of Plenty, you're right on the edge of that rain. So you might get a few showers. The rain might set into some places, but for others, there may not be very much. Really does dry out as you head down towards places like Taranaki. And obviously, as I said, in the South Island, just the bottom of the scale there, only getting up to 5 to 10 millimetres just over there around some parts of coastal Marlborough. That's for the next 3 days, that rainfall map. So here we are on Friday, Good Friday, low pressure to the north, stretched out, and the southeasterly wind will drive in rain for these eastern areas and will clip those places I just mentioned, but elsewhere, fairly dry. Now that wind might be a little bit brisk, southeasterly blowing through. High pressure is further down here, low pressure to the north, so a bit of a squash zone over the North Island. But the South Island's got high pressure, mostly settled for you and fairly sunny. Maybe a little bit cloudy though on the eastern side and some northern areas. Low pressure out here through Bass Strait, not overly stormy at this stage, so just producing a little bit of rain and shower activity. And up in the tropics, Fiji, just a few showers there. Same for Vanuatu, Tonga, the Cook Islands further to the east. Most places aren't seeing too much in the way of severe weather up in the tropical regions. Now by Saturday, clears up quite a bit actually up here in the tropics. Further down, that low pressure zone moves further to the east. The rain and showers, they carry on in Hawke's Bay. Hawke's Bay and Gisborne will be the cloudiest and probably the wettest over the long weekend. The rainfall totals, as I say, get up to about 80 millimetres. We might see more than that. So just be aware of that. Obviously, following recent floods, more rain can cause slips. So that could be a bit of a problem on some of the highways. So just be aware of that if you are travelling anywhere over the eastern side. But elsewhere, mostly dry on Saturday. Look at this big southerly, though, coming in as that low moves out to the Tasman, starts to deepen a little bit, and that powerful high coming in behind it too. So the two are combining, dredging up a southerly straight into Hobart, Melbourne, and even Adelaide and Sydney as well. You'll notice it more so on the Easter Sunday. That's when the coldest portion comes up, mostly to the east. Hobart mostly affected by that southerly change. It'll be wintry for a time over there. But on the New Zealand side, northerlies are coming through. So cold southerlies here, warm northerlies here. And as that comes down, obviously your temperatures will go up, but it might be a bit cloudy still, especially as the day wears on. These showers start to move in. Might even be an isolated heavy fall or a thunderstorm in the mix. Probably more so out at sea, but you'll probably see a couple starting to move in. And on Easter Monday, not a great deal of change. The low is deepened further in the Tasman. It's got larger as well. You got nor'westers blowing over the North Island and the upper South Island, so that's warm. And over in Australia, still got those southerlies blowing through. And up in the tropics, fairly quiet, mostly sunny in Fiji and Tonga, and also New Caledonia, Vanuatu, and even up to Samoa, although more easterlies and showers up in that part of the world. So this low pressure zone next week is kind of the main feature for New Zealand. It's not really what I would call a storm, but it's going to produce some severe weather, maybe a bit windy for a time around Monday and Tuesday, and we'll be seeing some areas of rain that might set in for a bit. So keep up to date with the Met Service warnings and watches. That's maybe not the best timing for next week for everybody, but we do have high pressure coming in behind it at some point. So that low might be around for a few days, then it should move away, hopefully for next weekend. But we won't be able to update you on that one until Tuesday of next week. That's when we are back following the 4-day weekend in New Zealand. So we will see you on Tuesday. Have a safe weekend. Have a good weekend. We'll catch you next week.